What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Savage Land. Welcome to another episode of Soapbox. If you're here watching with me right now, I am glad you have tuned in. Lately, I've been taking it kind of easy. Not been hitting them week by week. Been going like week and a half. This one might have been even 2 weeks from the last one. But it's getting down to the end of the year. And just a time to reflect, man. I don't really take too many breaks, but if any, I'm gonna take it a little lax and just try to figure out what I'm gonna do next. Things on my trucking business is starting to kind of turn around a little bit. Got some trucks back on the road that I was looking to get on the road. And basically, as far as on the action figure end, I've been really waiting on the hiss to come. I have a few things left on my pallet to pick off, which started pallet picks, and I'll probably try to get through that within the next week or so I can clear out for the head, so I can have a big unveiling with that and do some cool army build videos around it. So I probably will be tied up for that for like a week, just shooting, or a week and a half with that alone, man. But Soapbox, if you haven't been here before, it's usually my weekly commentary time on my channel where I usually run my mouth just about things in the community. Of course, G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe. And also have a hot topic just far as basically based around action figures. But man, I am truly blessed, man. I am glad to be here. I hope all you at home are truly blessed. The holidays are coming up, my favorite time of the year, Thanksgiving to Christmas, man. So I'm hoping you enjoy your family. I'm hoping you enjoy your toys. I'm hoping you enjoy everything around you in life, man. So let's jump right into it. Let's jump into community. All right, now let's get into the toy part of the community. I want to talk about the sales that Super 7 has on Big Bad Toy Store. Pretty much every Super 7 that I wanted is up for $20 now. You're looking at whole waves of Super 7 going for $100, $130, when these figures cost $50 a piece, which is a lot of plastic, big hunk of plastic. A lot of people don't like the articulation, but I love Super 7's articulation in the frame of it, the way it builds out its toy. I don't know how to say it, but the way the schematics of their toys work out, I think their articulation is great. Mainly because I mostly like the Super 7 Ultimates Turtles, and it's almost like having those Playmates Turtles but on steroids. They move a little bit better, they're tougher, they're bigger, and it's just the way you want. They got more scope, they got more paint, they got more just definition to them. And I actually like Super 7 in general. Am I Super 7 crazy? No, but my first introduction was through the Turtles line. And what else have I got from Super 7? Not too many. I'm thinking about getting a few Joes. I'm not going all in on those. I don't want to, but I do want Doc. I think he looks amazing. And Blood. I actually think I got him on pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store, but might need to wait on that. But all of these figures that were $50-something, which Super 7 has been going on sale. Like if you looked on Entertainment Earth or even Big Bad Toy Store, about a year especially, or maybe 6 months after a wave drops, price slashed in half or a quarter of it, you'll be about $35. But this is amazing. $19. I believe it went down because the other day when I looked at it, it was 27 bucks. Now 19. So right now I'm still kind of like trying to get my feet together with my company and stuff and keep going. But man, this is a great sale. I wish I could take advantage of this, because I damn sure would drop like 100 and get me like 5 of them that I want, especially with the Turtles, especially with the Simpsons line. I still might look into that. 20 bucks a piece. I want Mo, and I can just kind of go on and on. I like Super 7, but it's just too expensive at times. Oh, I know, I have Thundercats from Super 7. I got a few other things. I freak with Super 7. I just don't freak with them a lot. But besides them, let's talk about all the other toy lines, especially on Big Bad Toy Store, like Storm Collectibles. That Zangief is dropped down to $80 now. All these other lines that are actually having sales. Every toy company feel like they're having sales because they have so much influx. Monkey see, monkey do is basically what the business is, and that's how toy companies run. Oh, they did this, just like how the crowdfunding project. Oh, they did this, they did this, they did this, they did this, they did this. Oh, you did that? Okay, ooh, we gotta copy that, we gotta get that. Now everybody has a mass amount of toys that they need to get rid of, and luckily for us, we couldn't afford them all, basically, or we just passed on them. And now we get reaping the benefits of it by prices being slashed in half. And sometimes more than that. Here, we'll give it to you. Take this shit. Okay, we're just gonna make some more limited stuff, and you guys can go crazy over that. But we screwed up and we cooked up too much dope. And now all the fiends are spoiled. Basically what this is, man. And it's a beautiful thing for us. I know we got a lot of people, well, not a lot, I've seen sprinkles of people in the community saying, well, hey, the toy companies will implode. The toy companies are the hustlers. We are the fiends. They are responsible for their own demise. There's no way we could ever make them demise. We support them. You know what I'm saying? We your fiends. We out here waiting on you. Now, if you done cooked up too much dope, we can't smoke it all. We can't. It's impossible. We'll get it all eventually, but we can't do it all at once. So, and I hate to have to put it in that reference, man, but hey, it is what it is. But that's what's going on, man. And Big Bad Toy Store been having sales really about the past year and pretty much everywhere else. And it comes from the people holding the toys, like, look, we holding this shit too long, we got to do something. And the company who has more stuff making it on the way, like, hey, I got to get that out of here. So I got to sell it, boom, send it to the Nick Trap, Ollie's. Send it to the Nick Trap, Ross. Send it to the Nick Trap, TJ Maxx. And those guys will get rid of that work for you. And that Nick Trap stay booming. And basically, that's what's basically going on. But like I said, it's a beautiful thing. But the thing that really caught my eye, like, whoa, this is great, is Super 7 with their great just slash of toys, of great toys too. The Simpsons line, Turtles line, and I don't know whatever else that recently came out. Silverhawks. That the figure I was gonna pay for, Bluegrass, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna get it. He's ridiculously reduced, and it's a great thing, man. It's a great thing. So they need to, like I said, we need to just take advantage of it now because it won't be like that forever. I'm thinking when I see a thing like this, you think, well, is Super 7 imploding? But you know, they're doing this big project thing. I don't think they're imploding, but I think they just got spanked a little bit on the product they put out. Then it takes forever for it to come out. So, you know, they just doing what hustlers do. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Dump that. At least I can come back and re-up. And that's what's going on, man. So great, amazing. Hopefully you guys can take advantage of those Super 7 Ultimate sales, and hopefully I can too.
All right, now time for another episode of G.I. Joe. It's G.I. Joe.
And this week on G.I. Joe is G.I. Joe, we're gonna go back to just a different array of topics, what I've seen in the community as far as G.I. Joe. And first up is a pic. I might have seen it on Elite or Uncensored. I'm a part of like 6 or 7 G.I. Joe groups now, so I don't know. Hopefully it's tagged up in the picture here. But it's ladies of G.I. Joe. And I've said this at one time before in a review I did a couple of weeks ago, that I don't have many G.I. Joe women. It's not like I skipped them, they're just not a lot. And as you can see here in this picture, it's like 5 or 6 of them. And they don't look bad, to be quite honest with you, man. All of these girls look good. They're actually all well-built figures. They have some things that could be better. Even down to, what's this cover girl? You know, her face sculpt, but she wasn't a bad figure. Now, as far as her arm coming off, yes, that was bad. I don't think mine ever came off, did it? I pulled it off. It's easily to come off. It didn't come off, just like fell off. But these are pretty decent figures, and they look pretty good, man. It's just crazy to think out of a line with so many figures, there's only 5 or 6 like females. So hey, I guess it is what it is. Also, what I've seen this week is a new up and down joint on the arms of G.I. Joes. Mostly with General Hawk, and a guy just showed in this picture with Snow Job, I believe. So I guess jacketed figures. And I just picked up the Cobra Snow Serpent, and it has like that little cup inside the arm joint like a McFarlane. So I think it has it too, because it's pretty much a newer figure, which that Snow Serpent is dope. I really like that. I didn't think I was gonna like that much. But Punk with Toys, I seen it with first with his General Hawk review, and General Hawk looks really good. I can't really wait to get him in hand, man. I think I got him on Big Bad Toy Store. I ordered him through there, but this guy right here brought it to the attention. So I've seen a lot of people pulling the arms out, but it's not. It's a new arm joint that kind of goes up and down like the drop down leg. So if you're interested, check out a Punk with Toys review on General Hawk. He'll show you. This was a interesting thing I seen on the Facebook group. Is a guy saying, which company do you think will have good Black Friday sales with G.I. Joe Classified? And he started, naming them off: Walmart, Target, or whatnot. And I put on there Amazon. I think Amazon has great deals during the holiday, and you can just order it right then and there, like boom, bing. So I would check out Amazon for really any toy sale around the end of the month, really throughout the month of December, and check those other places too. We're about to have a real healthy holiday season as far as action figures. So I think people are really trying to unload and trying to reset all their companies up to get back on some of this product, man. Kind of restrict it back. So have fun hunting, have fun ordering too. But I think the way to go is Amazon. Also, I seen something else on the G.I. Joe Classified group, is the Army Builders of G.I. Joe. Which one is your favorite? And this is just a beautiful pic of the Cobra Army Builders, and now starting to come in the Joe Army Builders. Well, quote unquote, right now it's quote unquote Joe Army Builders, but the Cobra ones is what this guy has displayed, man. I think it's beautiful. I have all of them saved, maybe 2 or 3, but it's getting kind of deep now, man. It's getting kind of deep. So which one is your favorite? Also, here's a picture of a guy switched shipwreck legs with Chuckles. And this is more of the blue jean. And actually in the comic book, he had on blue jeans. He didn't have on any like green fatigues. So this kind of looks more like the original right here. So if you want to try that out, you can switch Shipwreck's legs with Chuckles. This is just a dope picture of Spirit and Snake Eyes right here. This is like some movie looking shit. I just like the way it looks. It's like if a picture already captures my imagination when I first look at it, and it's a cool pic. This is a little dark, but you got Snake Eyes here. It's totally blacked out, and that looks cool. So what a dope pic. Also is another picture here of a kid in the 80s. You can tell the furniture looks 70 and the carpet looks 80s, but it looks dated. But man, you see that massive collection, man. He has the USS flag there. He has all the vehicles laid out. I mean, that looks really, really good. All that stuff right there probably right now costs you about $5,000, which probably then it probably cost a couple of hundred, which is probably like $5,000. Basically what I said months back is starting to finally come into fruition. Remember when I said, hey, they're so stocked up at Walmart, when it's time to receive the new Joes, they're automatically gonna go to clearance. And this is what I've been seeing, picture after picture, which I haven't seen none in my Walmart yet, but trust and believe, I will find them. They will come to me. Of G.I. Joe's on clearance, and mostly Night Force, what I want, which I haven't even touched one figure of Night Force yet, man. So hopefully, if you haven't found these yet, just keep patient, keep waiting. Black Friday's coming up. As soon as those Joes come in, they should have those yellow stickers on them, because that's all I've been seeing is an abundance of Walmart Night Force clearance, especially the Army Builders. I gotta have them. I gotta find this. Here's a picture of a guy with a nice bat collection, and it's about 50-something bats up here. That's what I'm talking about right here. I would never get that many bats, but eventually I will, from different color variations. But that's what he wants. I have 50 Cobra Troopers, blue. So, somebody be like, I wouldn't do that, but this is dope. And of course, this was on Facebook, and people got, well, I get to, hey, look, man, he want 50 bats. Give him 50 bats. Here's a picture Boombada did of Falcon. And this is the only time I've ever seen Falcon displayed properly with a helmet on his head. And this is dope. He can really be a part of the Green Army. And once I finally get him, that's what he'll be a part of. He'll be a part of my Stalker, Grunt, Green Army, and all green fatigues like Breaker, whoever's in pea suit green, which I think I'm gonna have Hawk over that division. Actually, when I get Hawk, man, those green guys, man. So great job here. And this right here is proof that Zartan hood is really hair. Look, I seen I think it was Worlds Apart, the episode with Grunt, Stiller, and Clutch get left in an alternate dimension, and Steeler and Baroness have a relationship together. Like it's like they're part of a secret militia. But Zartan was the police in there, and he still had that hood on, which I'm like, yo, that's his hair. But this picture of strands blowing, I don't know if this was digitally altered. There's no need to argue no more, man. That's that man hair. And last on G.I. Joe is pretty much the last 2 waves of G.I. Joe has been firing on all cylinders. I'm liking Helix. I have that. I have Buzzer. I'm really feeling that. Besides the glasses part. Can't wait to get Shockwave and Hawk, which those are this wave were my 2 ones I was really anticipating. The other 2 were like, all right. I started getting hot for Felix the cat, Helix a month ago, and then Buzzer was like, all the Dreadnoks are like, besides Zartan. But everybody's been really feeling. They look really good from the ones I personally touched into the reviews I've seen. Then far as on the other end, on the Night Force end, everybody's really feeling the Jody Shooter. Everybody's really feeling who else was it? Of course, Big Ben, the Night Ranger, whatever his name is, and who else came out? But there's that Night Force wave, that new wave that just dropped. Everybody's really feeling that, especially Jody Shooter. And I can't wait to get my hands on both of them. Oh, that's what it was. The Red Viper came out. Oh, the Mole Rat. Yeah, so a lot of great figures on both sides, man. And like I say, G.I. Joe is king for this year. I know a lot of things are going on, like gummy weapons, but their weapons were always shit. So I guess that doesn't matter to me. The weapons look better as far as the mold they're putting out, but man, they're like a pizza. You can just fold them shits, man. And that's really bad. But of course, everybody knows, man, we made the deal with Valaverse. We ended the war. We're buying guns from them. They're making money. We're making money. So it's all good. But G.I. Joe has really been killing it, especially as far as the Snow Serpent. I really dig that figure, man. That is dope. I don't know about the wolf pelt and the head, which is good. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to display it that way. That piece of that actually surprised me, because I hate plastic capes and cloaks and things of that nature. But on the snowboard, and I forgot he had the rocket launcher, and then the 2 9s on each side, the goggles, that motherfucker fire. Like, for real, I'm not bullshit, man. Let me grab this motherfucker, man. Like, yo, this dude right here is the truth, man. I really like this right here. This is dope. I can't wait to get a Snow Job, man. And like I said, G.I. Joe is just really killing it, man. I've really been feeling the Joes, man. It's just been an awesome year. G.I. Joe is king. G.I. Joe is emperor. G.I. Joe is ruler of all action figures. Man. Alright, so let's get into weekly pickups. And basically what I picked up this week was basically a lot of G.I. Joe. And I want to go over these 2 here. I basically picked up the Crimson Guard Python Patrol because I don't want this guy to get away from me and I forget about him. But one I don't really want to get away is this Marauders Barbecue. What you mean get away? Nobody gives a shit about that. You are correct. And that's how people get away. Okay? You got to think about this. He's number 58 and he has no counterpart in no parts of the 1 through 110 or 20. To be honest with you, I know he has no counterparts of 1 through 100. This is a type of figure, this Marauders Barbecue, that can get away from you because they'll be in figure 180 and start trying to make this team if they can, because it's not Sarge's Marauders, it's Mad Marauders. So I don't know what's going on with that, but the green light goes. They're gonna make them because they already have a lot of people, especially Sarge. I believe Low Light's in that team, Spirit. So it's nothing to do a repaint. You obviously know G.I. Joe do that because he's here. Right after he just got his other debut. So once it's time to go make that team, this guy will fuck around and get missing because everybody's gonna be like, oh, let me go back, and a huge internet hand is gonna go right into eBay or whatever and buy this guy up. And I'm not saying that he'll jump to crazy heights. He might. Who knows how many of these made. I haven't really seen a lot on shelf, just in GameStop. And this one I'm gonna pretty much end up opening because it's beat the hell from hanging on the shelf for like 5 months. So be careful. Don't get caught with your pants down with Marauder Barbecue here, man. And still, it's a dope figure. Like, the Barbecue original one's good. Actually, now that I'm kind of interested, that's what both of these are. I'm like really interested in these now. Like, I didn't give a shit and now I care. And this Python Patrol Crimson Guard actually looks really good. Really took me by surprise, to be honest with you. And I know the same thing is for this guy here, so don't get caught with your pants down. So I went back and picked these guys up. If anything, they'll be my men on card if I can't get a Mad Marauders Barbecue. Next up, got my Crimson Guard set. I had to get a men on card one because you know I'm on this quest to do the 1 through 100 as far as G.I. Joe Classified. So I don't know how this is gonna go. It's still, because this is a Pulse exclusive. It could sell out, and they could be like, the hell with it. I know this thing came fast. I ordered Thursday. This shit was here Saturday. I'm like, damn, they'll never do that. They usually take a week to send. So nobody's really picking it up, and I don't blame them, man. $90. I mean, but I tell you this, it has like raised, like embroidered stuff on here and lettering. It feels dope. And I thought about going the route of just buying the two twins on eBay for 50. Somebody had them up there, but I'm the type of person, you know what? If I want to get this, I want the whole experience. Let me go ahead and pay the $90, get the box, get the layout and all of that, because I was going to piece it out. I needed the men on card to complete the MOC set, but I was going to piece it out. But I think if it's eventually still there, maybe a couple weeks down the road, I'll go ahead and get the second set to open, man. But I definitely had to get that 1 through 90. Also, what I picked up, Snow Serpent, which I've opened up. You've seen on the last segment of the G.I. Joe, which is a dope ass figure. Picked up the Crimson Guards, picked up some more of them. And what I've also been doing, which I would advise people to do, like if you did not find the Scrap Iron set for $23 at Target, which I found one. I'm looking at it right now. But that was my men on card, because when I first got Scrap Iron, I just got it and opened it up, so I found my men on card for half off. But what I've been doing is going on eBay, and really what I would take another Scrap Iron for fodder, but what I'm really after is the missile launch set and the explosions. And I've been buying them for 22 bucks. And I think that's an awesome deal. Whoever's got it, they just doing a bust down basically. They taking Scrap Iron and selling him separate, which is cool. That's dope. And then taking the drone and that whole set, selling that separate for army builders. And I picked up one more, so I have 3 drones now. I might buy 1 or 2 more, man. Like real talk, army build the explosions and army build the drones, man. And that is a hell of a deal, $22. I did the same thing with the Punisher bike that some people ask about on this channel. Those black bikes, I bought like 7 of them like 3 years ago, and they were all getting sold for 22 a piece because people was busting that Punisher set down, selling the Punisher and selling the bike. And now you go see that bike is like 50, 60 bucks, and you don't want to get caught in that boat. If you want to have a lot of vehicles or hardware running around, things of that nature. So that's how I do it. I hit eBay for that, man. But yeah, that is a weekly pickups, man. Really just trying to pick up on a lot of G.I. Joe. That's what I'm falling back on. I have what else did I buy? Oh yeah, the Mad Marauders barbecue gave me 1 through 60. I have complete. I have a quest to go through, which on my video, if you haven't checked it out, Ollie's What's Next, I go through that. I'm at 1 through 60, and I'm at a sweet spot now with the 60 through 100, which a lot of that shit is coming on sale. And a lot of that shit is like just dropping, coming on sale, or, you know, just something I hadn't picked up yet, man. So it's a good time, and the holiday season is coming too. So hopefully I can get that 1 through 100. I'm not completed by this year, but maybe in the early part of next year, man, go ahead and get that done. But that's weekly pickups on the Savage Land. Baby. All right, last but not least, we have a hot topic. And basically the hot topic is, will toy collecting die, or will the toy companies die first? And I got this a couple of weeks ago from Geek Fusion. I think I'm subscribed to his channel. Yes, I am. But I'm trying to see if that's the right name, Geek Fusion. But it was an interesting topic, and he said pretty much the action figure collecting will die with us. And I'm 40, so I'm on the young end of the action figure collecting guys. I've seen guys 35, 30. But you know, if we can keep this thing going and pass it down, and open kids up to, hey, here's an action figure right here, move this around, or just a new hobby, a new way of looking at action figure collecting, almost as in tournament wise, because that's what I always thought of, like people posing up in tournaments and just turning this thing into something else, like just, you know, taking a board with wheels on it, and now we got, you know, X Games, you know what I'm saying? So things of that nature, man, on that, just taking it to the next level. But if not, it will die with us. And will the toy companies die first? Now, and my answer to that, hobby companies. Hobby don't need anything. You need life, spirit. You just need the get up and go, the drive, the interest to do something. A hobby is not a brick and mortar. A hobby is not a income. A hobby is not a way to get money. A hobby is just for your enjoyment. It could be fucking, I don't know, man, running backwards. You know what I'm saying? That's my hobby, running backwards. But it could be anything you want, man. I was just about to say playing jacks, whatever. I don't know. But it's not required what a company needs. A company is a corporate beast. A company is capitalism. A company is hungry. A company is a force. A company needs people. A company is not enjoyable at times. A company is not something people are excited to do. A company is based off money, which the thing with money now, like I said, I mean, I'm a religious man. I'm a biblical man. I am a Christian. I believe so. This thing with money is looking funny. Be honest with you, yo, because the money might not even matter no more in a certain age that we're going into, man. It might just be all just one monopoly or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it looks crazy, man. But that's what a company is. So I think, and my theory is, the companies will die. The hobby will live on. The plastic can live on. Will it be just as good as it is 100 years from now? No, but it's a plastic thing. It is not living flesh. If it's preserved, it could be here. It definitely could be here. There's some toys from back then, from 100 years ago in the 20s, 1920s, that are still here today. They're artifacts, but you know, they're here. So I believe these toy companies will implode eventually. Hasbro has other entities and properties that it holds. That shit, at one time it owned Death Row Records. It might still do. I don't know. I think they sold it off, but they own Death Row Records catalog. You know what I'm saying? So Hasbro definitely has his hands in other things, which is great. It's a company. You should see. You should have seen that 20 years ago, which they have. And they do make moves around toys, which toys is something they can still get their rocks off. And be honest with you, somewhere in that cold furnace of a company, there's still a warm beating heart that actually like wants to make toys and put them out there. And I'm not saying a one single person. I'm just saying the essence, the spirit of Hasbro, what made it, what built it, toys in northeastern America, Maine. Well, not Maine. I drove there not too long ago. I don't even know. Fucking Rhode Island. That was an interesting trip. I had never been to the Northeast like that, so it was good to drive through there. But somewhere in that company, the passion to make toys still goes on. But I eventually think, as far as the toy side, it will implode. The toy companies will implode because us as grown men, this is what we got going on here. It's not like at Christmas time I have to have this toy or I'm gonna cry my ass off. If I got bills I have to pay, then oh well, with that toy, I guess I missed that one. You know, we have the power to predict what we want to do, if we're gonna spend or if we're not gonna spend. We're not a child where a grown says, well, I know on this certain day of this certain year that I'm gonna go out and get this toy for him because hey, that's what it is. He's a kid. That's what he needs. That's what he wants. I'm an adult. I don't need it. I want it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have to have it. I can move on. Basically, man. So it's a funny thing. They try to come at us like we're kids, like ramping up during Christmas time. Man, we don't give shit about that, man. You know what I'm saying? Just give us decent toys at a decent price, and that's really all we care about, man. The most part on me is to give me a good toy, man. You know, I'll judge on the price how much I want to pay for it or not pay for it. And that's the thing. They almost kind of come at it like in a kid situation, like the huge influx of toys that they made after COVID. You should have just stayed on your main track, man. Like, what the fuck are you thinking, man? Like, these are still grown people, man. It's not just like they're gonna keep buying like that, or these were kids, like, oh, kids are back into toys. No, they're not. Who knows when they ever will be, if they will be again, or if we even see it, of any of it. You know what I'm saying? So I think the toy companies eventually will implode. What time frame? I don't know. I don't care what you say. What's going on now is really, really hurting them. And then what can proceed in the future could possibly hurt them too if they make more I wouldn't even say bad moves. Just I think it don't matter what move they make. I think they're pretty much stepping to be broken eventually after a while, man, because I don't know. I just see this right now as the best or greatest time ever to really buy and collect action figures. And what more can you do besides raise the price? Real talk, like what more can you fucking do besides raise the price? Because you gotta think, I'm like, yo, and I know there's more little stuff you can do in an action figure, but for the meat and potatoes of an action figure and the existence of an action figure from the 1960s on to today, these are the best ones ever produced within this last 5-year period. Shit, within this last 10-year period. We'll even say that. the best ones to ever to be produced in the decades that came before. And really, what else could you do? Like I said, you could do a few more things, but these action figures right now, I'm satisfied with these for the rest of my time, because I know they're gonna stand tall. They're ultimately built. They've been refined from when you thought Toy Biz was there. These motherfuckers have been refined to where, damn, I know these will stand. Now there's a few in there, like those early skinny leg Marvel Legends and things like that, but still, they're still better than the Toy Biz ones. So, like I said, man, I think I think we're at the greatest time of action figure collecting now, and I don't think there's too much more you can do besides implode. Just like a great nation, a great dynasty, they all come down to an end one day. But the hobby will go on, and it'll become even stronger when the toy companies do go away. I believe it really will. Because you really have nothing else but the toys now. You have nothing else in your own imagination or your own ingenuity of making toys yourself as a collector. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. This is the Savage Land. If you can, give me a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification when I drop an episode. Got some great army build videos that's probably going to be coming up in the end of the year. We're going to have a top 10 in a couple of different categories, especially G.I. Joe. And man, we do this for the love and beauty of action figures, the love and beauty of Soapbox, man. And with that being said, until the next time, God bless.